After a devastating last week in the Porsche Cup, I have decided to give a break for the Porsche Cup for now, and I have decided to race the M2 Cup. So this time we are at the Virginia circuit again on the north layout, and I have completed 2 races. First race was an intentional wreck game which has happened by the drivers, which usually happens in this race, and the second race was a race victory after correcting a few corrections. So let's start. As the lights go out, I have qualified for the P6 with 1:39 as a time, which is really slower. Approaching the first corner of the race, I have backed off because I don't want to crash with anyone, and I have took the outside line here. And I know I'm going to lose few positions here, but losing the race is much more better than losing few positions, isn't it? And I'm in side by side.
Still there. Clear.
So we have lost 2 positions, it seems. And we are in the snake corner as of now. With my driving style, you would notice the first mistake, I would be short shifting gears. In the older M2 Cup, it was really helpful, but it's late to me to realize that it is not helping in this newer M2 car, which costs a time across the lap. Since it's a turbocharged engine, it will cost us much more time, and the speed gap remains bigger and bigger even after we are driving in the state. So far so good. We have completed the 1 lap without any incidents, and that too in M2 Cup, which is unbelievable at the moment. And to the second lap, first corner again. And then the yellow car takes the blue car down, and I took the inside line. I just missed the gap incident and I got escaped, which now gives us P4 as of now. And I know it's going to be a matter of few minutes to few laps until the faster drivers are going to overtake me. So it's better that I drive fast and increase the gap. And the race is going really good. I never expected this to happen in M2 Cup, by the way. M2 Cup is known for the murders which is happening in this, especially in this track, where you see very narrow parts of the circuit and some idiots will try to overtake you in these corners. Since nothing much has happened, as you could see, as I told, the faster driver is closing the gap behind. As you could see the rear mirror, the green car, the green BMW is closing the gap. And by the end of this lap, it's probable that he would be overtaking me. But I'm not giving that position that easier. Since it's a narrow track, it's also an advantage for slower drivers, especially since it's a narrow track, you just need to hold the inside line and you are in the position. But when this long straight comes in, that's where everything changes. If you had a really bad exit, the drivers with good exit will eventually overtake you. Marnus tries to sneak to the inside line, but I closed the door, so he goes to the outside line. And I started to brake, and the corner comes in, and he ramps into me. I didn't even start to steer.
Let's make sure we rejoin safely. Car approaching, keep left.
Safer exit.
Car approaching, keep left.
Safer exits are really important than the
Clear.
reviewing about the crash, because I don't intentionally want to wreck anyone's races, as you can see here.
The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 10 seconds.
I go wide there, maybe because of some wrong calculations, wrong braking points.
Fleet car ahead. Car stop on the left. Go right.
Then the car goes wide there, got the position. So yeah, talking about that incident, it could have been on the both sides. Firstly, on me, I know he will be going to steer the car, but not that earlier. I was steering exactly on the corner, but he, since he is on a wider line, wider outside line, he wants to overtake. He wants to get into the track as soon as possible, but he forgets that I exist in this inside line, so he rams into me. So yeah, we are in P7 right now, same place as we started after the first lap, and the driver in P8 is chasing now. This particular corner is a really slow corner for me. As you can see, the car's really close the gap there. It might be either I brake really late or I hold the brake for a long time. But if you see the telemetry, it's like a really soft trial braking which favors this game, and a gradual input, especially for this car, M2 car, which is highly unstable. That's not a really great exit. And it seems like the same situation is going to repeat.
White flag. One more
I'm
lap
on
to
the
go.
inside line and the driver is going to the outside line, and it seems like we are heading towards another crash. And I hold the braking point.
Left side.
This is completely
You're
on
the
me.
Left side.
It's kind of a Max Verstappen
You're on the
move, I
left.
would say, where you hold the brakes and you extend the line, so does the driver also extends the line. But it's not a really great move. But if you are in front of the drivers who are just beginners, like the last lap's incident, you would be already on the pits. But this is a really great driver, I would say. Robert Vieira is driving good. I won't justify my driving is really great, but he's really driving good. But at least for now, I hold the position. Because anything lower than this position would be a greater loss in my safety rating. So I don't want to risk that. So I want to hold to this position as much as possible. And the driver in P8 would also be outrageous to overtake me, since he's also in the greater loss for this I rating. And he tries to go to the outside line, but outside line in this particular corner is really tough and it's really harder to control the car. So he backed off, which is the right move. And then overall at the last corner, I had some really good exit there, so I got the exit and he gave up. A really great fight. I wish this is the fight which I had it in the last lap incident. So when he finished in P7, oh my god, what has he done?
There's the flag.
So yeah, this time in race 2 we qualified P1
There's an incident
and
behind.
we qualified with the high margin 137. Last race it was 139. And the first corner,
Keep to the
the
right.
drivers crash out, bump into their rears. And now you might be wondering, what's the difference I made from the last race to this race? It's been like 2 seconds of improvements. So how did this happen? As I told you in the first race, the game-changing moment was the short shift, because short shift necessarily won't help in this car. So I shift only when I see all the red lights blinking. And that really gave me lots of improvement. If you compare both of the races, my driving style literally stays the same. Just because of the short shifts, I lost 2 seconds worth of time in that earlier race, which is now rectified, which is now also mean that I have more pace, so I can extend the gap much more. But the drivers in P2 and P3 are not going to give up. They are going to put pressure on me. They are going to make me pressurized, and they are pressurizing me to commit a mistake. Which I'm not allowing that to happen. And this last corner is my strongest point as of now. I extended the gap much more. And as you could see the speedometer, I only upshift when I see all the red lights blinking. And I also reduced the first corner's braking point. Earlier I used to brake on third number board, but now I used to brake in middle of the second and third number board, which gave me much more time. When I tried to brake on the second number board, the exit was really poor, so I found a perfect balance between that. That's a bit of an oversteer there. I love this snake corner because you have to drive it in a certain way, only then you can take that flat out, else you have to lift it off and you have to let the car go. Seems like we are extending the gap much more now. It's Max Verstappen 2022 dominance. Well, 2023. Igor Costa, the driver in P2, is trying harder now. It feels like it will be soon he will be overtaking me because he has the pace. He goes to the outside and goes wider there, maybe to get a good exit here. I'm not sure, he's slower now. Maybe it's a mistake. But I don't feel pressurized. I'm not sure why, but if you see my last few videos, when someone is chasing me, I would feel so much pressurized. But if you could see my face and my reaction here, I'm so calmer. Maybe that's why I'm driving without any mistakes as of now. And he goes wide there, oh my god. He goes wide there. Maybe he missed his braking point. And now we are extending the gap much more. The fastest lap as well. We are with 1 second of gap.
Car in P2, just at the fastest lap, 37.573.
We are extending the gap much more. Since we extended the gap more, there wasn't much happening onto this track, so I had to cut off the few laps. We are in the 7th lap right now. With the enormous 8 seconds gap. As you can see the standings board. And for the driver, the driver from P2 to P3, it's like almost 18 seconds gap. Sorry, 12 seconds. My bad. I'm big at max, I know it. That's a bit of wider braking. I braked a bit late. That's a mighty gap between the driver in P2 and P3. See on the right top of the shot. Where is Igor Costa? I think he crashed it. Or maybe he's in P9 or something. We are in the penultimate lap. I mean, we are in the final lap. My tank is flat again. And we reached the checkered flag in P1, which is amazing. It is a redemption from the last race. Feel happy about the improvement. And let's review the incidents. This is the lap of the first race, which the crash has happened. I was in the inside line. And this is the where I got wrecked. I barely even steered and I into the corner. He just ran into me. He has a really wide lane and he decided to crash into me. And then there's this car goes wide. Igor Costa goes wide there, where I extended the gap. So yeah, it's a really great race. I hope you enjoyed it. We will be racing in the P Cup again with the Watkins Glen circuit next week. Until then, goodbye.